Hey everybody, Red equals Green here, and we are back with another unboxing. This time, we have a big one. It is the DC Multiverse from McFarlane Toys Batman Beyond Build a Figure Collection, starting with Batman Beyond himself, Terry McGinnis. Now, I have been hunting this set for a while. It was coming out one at a time, one figure at a time. There's some that I had to pick up in Target. There's some that I had to get on eBay, like this guy for sure. I missed out on this one. Now, the McFarlane Toys have really come out with some interesting figures. There's been a lot of complaints about it really just being a big focus on Batman, which, you know, I mean, I think Batman's probably the best selling character, so I can understand it, but I'm a huge Batman fan, so I don't mind it at all. Now, what we have here is one of my favorite series is Batman Beyond. Now, McFarlane has put out a lot of great figures, but I've been very picky in which ones I buy. I can't really, dedicate space to another collection of figures, so I've had to be a little bit really considerate of what I want to pick up from McFarlane Toys. So I've picked up a few in the past, Flashpoint Batman, Robin, I have a Batgirl that I have. There have been some that I bought but then returned just because I just really don't have the space to start another collection. But with Batman Beyond, it's a whole different story because it is hands down one of my favorite pieces of the Batman legacy is Terry McGinnis and all the characters surrounding Batman and Batman Beyond. So I had to pick them up. And so I picked up this whole series. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at each one and then unbox them one at a time. In this series, there are these 4 figures, but also they came out with a single release Batman Beyond Terry McGinnis that has some different accessories and a different Shriek that has the different head sculpt. And there are going to be another Batwoman with a different head sculpt, unmasked, and then another Blight with the different effects for him glowing up. And there is one more Batman Beyond figure that I don't have, which is the ink, which is basically a repaint of Batman Beyond where the logo is blue, which is pretty neat. That was a design that came out there at the end of the last Batman Beyond comic book run. The cool thing about McFarlane figures is that it does give a lot of love to the comic book. So if you are a comic book fan and you're reading the current stuff, there are a lot of new characters that get figures from the current run, which is pretty neat. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a figure by figure look, and we're going to put together the Build-A-Figure, which is here, Batman Future's End, which is where Brother Eye released the OMAX and took control of all the heroes. And this was a big surprise there where the Bruce Wayne and actually you can see here on the side, kind of the back, Joker were combined to be a weapon against Terry. This was a pretty interesting series. A lot of weird things happened at the end. Actually, spoilers, Terry McGinnis dies, and then Tim Drake from that time period becomes the next Batman Beyond, and then later on finds out Terry's alive, just lost his memory, and then Tim Drake disappears, and then Terry becomes Batman Beyond again. All very confusing, a lot of time travel stuff happening, but that's pretty much what happened. But here we're going to get to build Future's End Batman, and here you can see all the different pieces and how they were separated into single waves. I didn't see this one in stores or would have bought it. I think you had to pre-order it, or like the Batwoman you had to pre-order from Target. It's all a little confusing, but as you can see here, they are coming out in different waves. There's April, and then this one in the summer, and then August, and then October, which I'm not really sure they hit those dates or not, but they're here now, and so we're gonna crack them open and put them together. Starting with Terry McGinnis's Batman Beyond. So here it comes with a base and a card. I'll keep that in the box to the side. And here's a closer look at Terry. Now this is the newer suit Terry. In the comic books, I think this is the newer suit Terry. In the comic books, he had 2 different suits. Does this come off? Okay, this is going to be kind of tough to get out, I think. I think this comes... I don't think that comes out. Okay, this is a little tough to get out of the package. I think I'm gonna have to cut them out. Okay, so it comes with different hands to hold the batarangs. These batarangs are very detailed. I don't think the other single release is as detailed, but let's put this to the side for now. Take a closer look at Terry. Now, I mean, he doesn't have the mouth, which he had in the animated series, and sometimes he has in the comic book. So this looks like maybe a new suit. He does get a new suit at a certain point, but I don't think it was during Feature's End. Now, I'll have to take another look. It's been a while since Feature's End came out, so could this be like Tim Drake already in the suit? I don't really recall, but there's a lot of cool articulation in this. He has double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Even his foot has some articulation there. You can see. It has the little ball joint at the ankle. Joints are kind of tough, but you can kind of mess with it. So you can see the detail on the face, ears, the cowl. Now we can take a look at the cape. He doesn't really have a cape, he has these wings. And they aren't usually all red. They're usually, I think, black on one side and then red on the other. Now I think with these, you can stick this little piece, see the piece in the glove there, that plastic part, into that little notch and keep it so where he's like flying. You gotta make a lot of little adjustments here. Move the hand around, you gotta work with this piece here and move it around and put it in place. Same thing on this side. There you go. There you go. So you can pose him like this. He doesn't have a flight stand and he doesn't have the rockets on this one, but the other Batman does. The single release. So you can kind of like pose him like this, or you can kind of pose him like he's about to take flight, or just landing. A lot of cool dynamic poses you can put him in. So that's pretty cool. Really like this design on Terry McGinnis's bat suit. Really solid. A lot of cool details. I mean, when I first saw this, I just knew how to pick it up, even though I try to keep away from picking up too many new collection pieces. Terry and Batman Beyond is one of my favorites, so I knew how to pick them up. Now you can pose this a little bit differently if you wanted to have him, you know, usually he keeps his arms out with his wings, so it just depends on how you want to pose him. But for now, let's put the wings down to the side. Now I feel like you can take them off, but I'm kind of scared to take them off. I feel like, oh yeah, you just plug them. There's like a little plug, pull it out. Okay, this one seems a little harder to pull out here. Well, he has one wing. I feel like if I pull it, it's gonna break. Okay, well, I think I'm not gonna risk it, guys. I'm gonna leave them in there for now. Probably if you warm it up a little bit, you can use like warm water or even like a blow dryer for a few seconds just to loosen it up. You can probably get that going. So this is Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond. Pretty neat figure. Now for the Build-A-Figure piece, let's go ahead and cut this. You can see Joker on the back. Now for the Build-A-Figure piece, when I took this out, these little wheels came out. I think they go here inside the arm so you can have that extra rotation in the articulation. But here are the details of the brother eye. Here's Bruce, and then turn the face around. There's Joker. He's been given a whole new body, combining the two to make this monstrosity. Pretty cool figure. So let's take a look at the next one that was supposed to come out, which was Shriek. So here's Shriek. Now Shriek is a pretty sick character from the Batman Beyond animated series. There's a whole episode where a lot of the audio is off during the show because Shriek messes up Terry's hearing with his sonar blast or whatever. And so there's parts of the episode where it's like dead silent. They didn't even add like music or a soundtrack. You just hear nothing, you know. And I think when the show came out, people had complaints like they thought the TV was messed up, but they just wanted to add that effect so we could experience what Terry was experiencing during the episode. So he's a really cool character, really awesome design, and I can't wait to open him up. So let's take a closer look. Again, comes with the card, comes with the stand. I'm gonna cut him out of this plastic. So here's Shriek. Again, really nice design. Has all the same articulation, double jointed arms and legs. Really slick, futuristic look. Man, this is so cool. Never thought I would see like this detailed of a Batman Beyond character, especially a villain. But it has like this translucent blue in the chest and the helmet, even in the hands. That's where his sonar blasts come out of, even on the top. Even this little piece in the back, clear blue plastic, which is really cool. Looks so clean with the white. Just really, really nice design. So this is one of the cooler villains. Now, you know, they try to do, in Batman Beyond, they try to bring back some of the classics, you know, inspired by or juniors. But this one's a pretty original character, using sonar to really mess up Terry. Now, it comes with a sonar blast. You can see there at the hand. So I think this goes, I guess you could flip it either way, but you can just slide these onto here, I guess. How does this work? Maybe you only, the hands look the same, so it should go on either one. Maybe you gotta mess with it a little bit. So it's not like perfect, but you can see how it goes on there. Also see-through blue, and kind of gives the illusion of like that sonar blast. I kind of wish it came with two of them, because he usually uses both, but this is cool too. Just one, and you can look menacing, or like, actually two would be better, because then you could put one on each side of Terry's head, have him pose there like he's taking a blast to each side of the head. But here's Shriek, man. He looks sick. They also came with another Shriek. They came out with another Shriek that has a removable helmet with an unmasked Shriek. That, dude, it looks just like the comic books. So detailed, so good. They really like knocked it out of the park with these guys for Batman Beyond. So here's Shriek. There's pretty much all there is to him. I like this figure a lot. I just wish it did come with another blast effect. I don't know if the... I'm trying to think if the not the original, but the second one that came out with the different head sculpt, if it has a second blast effect. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to go back and check. But I guess maybe if I open that one, I could have two, which would be neat. And then he could have just be posing with his helmet off with the second figure. But with this Shriek, it comes with two more pieces of the Build-A-Figure, the arms of the Features End Batman. So you can see here, gnarly claw, this gauntlet, all robotic. And here he comes with a giant gun blaster. Doesn't have any effects or anything. Doesn't really move. It has like an elbow joint here, just not double jointed. But well, actually, I think it is double jointed, but it's kind of hard to get the other piece. It's mostly just for the main joint like that. And then here is this piece. Does it have? You can see here, yeah, it is double jointed on this one. So let's go ahead and put these bad boys into the main piece. I can't forget the wheels, right? So I'll put one in here. So this is the right one. Okay, that was kind of tough, but it got in there. You can see you definitely need that wheel piece in there because it covers up that gap of the ball joint, so it gives it the full look. Now it looks like he's supposed to be holding something. Maybe he's just I don't know, to look threatening. But let's put the other one in, see how easy we can put this one in. Okay, so that one was way more difficult to put in. I had to get the blow dryer, but I also noticed that on this little wheel thing, there's a slight piece here that there's like an edge to, and the other one doesn't have it. Make sure that one's turned out so you can pop it in a little bit easier, but heating it up made it way more easy. So I took 30 seconds with the blow dryer, heated it up, and it popped in real easy. Now look how detailed this bad boy looks, man. It looks insane. Futures End, Brother's Eye, Batman and Joker combination, Terminator, Monster, Nightmare. Looks sick. And we're only halfway there, so let's keep on opening these bad boys. The next one up here is Batwoman. Now it's interesting to me because like these characters didn't really have anything to do with Features End. Shriek or Batwoman or Blight, they didn't really have to do anything with Features End, but it's interesting that they decided to put Batwoman instead of Batgirl. I mean, Batwoman is way more not interesting, but more recent, I guess. That's probably why they did it. And it's, maybe you could say it's a bit more interesting because, spoilers, this Batwoman is the daughter of Dick Grayson. So she doesn't actually have red hair. This is just part of the costume, just like the original Batwoman. But she comes in to be Batwoman when Terry loses his memory again. Was it again? I think Terry's lost his memory like twice. You can see she comes with extra hands, same batarangs as the other Terry McGinnis that we just opened. It comes with the Build-A-Figure legs. You can see here on the back the schedule of release when it came out. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this bad boy open too. So let's open this up. Comes with the base and the card as well. All right, so here's Batwoman. Comes with the Build-A-Figure legs. Go ahead and pop those out real quick. Comes with Batwoman. This one's gonna be kind of tricky to get out. It has the same wings. It has the same wings as Batman. So let's see if we can slide her out. Okay, not too bad. So again, this is the daughter of Dick Grayson, the first Robin. Big logo here. You can see how it kind of bends there though. It's kind of weird. Has like these shoulder pads. So I think what happens is that she steals the suit and it kind of like just fits her form. Oh, what is going on here? That's weird. What's that? It's like grease or something. Gross. I don't know. Strange plastic or grease there on the wings. She didn't really have that. I mean, she had a couple issues, which is Batwoman there at the end of the recent Batman Beyond run. Now, this is a little clunky. I'm not sure if I like the shoulder pads or the design of the mask. You can see like the hair just kind of sticks out from underneath. I mean, this is not really like McFarlane's problem as far as like how this figure looks. I mean, they made it to where how it looks in the books, but I don't like the design from the books that much, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, you had the opportunity to do Batwoman. I know they do homages to the past in Batman Beyond, but just giving her red hair because the other Batwoman had red hair is kind of weird to me. I mean, it does hide her identity, but again, like, you could also just not have any hair coming out, unless, I don't know, it's a weird choice. There's also like this weird kind of plastic, like, you see that? The texture there? Like, where did that come from? So this figure seems to have a couple of issues in the quality control more than anything else. With that weird grease on the wings, and then this kind of looks like scratched up, I guess, right above the chest. So I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm not gonna buy another one just because of that, but it is a little annoying that's there. So maybe I can just hide it, put a batarang that she holds right in front of her emblem of her chest, so you can't see that mark. But like I said, she wasn't like a big character for that long before they ended the series, and who knows if she'll be brought back, or who knows, like, you know, like how long it'll be till we see her again. She might have a whole updated look by then, because I'm not really loving this current look. I guess I can see why they made that kind of like emblem logo free from the bottom, so you can kind of have that articulation with the waist. Otherwise it feels flat, or I don't know, man. That's really weird to me. But out of the figures so far of these, this is the third one. This is probably the biggest miss, just like with weird quality control, weird little choices like that lifted up Batwoman logo. And then, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, these are the design choices by the artist, but not a big fan of this suit or really the figure, which is unfortunate because so far these have been real home runs with me. Comes with the same articulation, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, the rockers, all that. These boots are kind of interesting, although they feel like separate pieces because of the little flap here. I don't know, man. This figure is all over the place for me. Not a huge fan of it. Let's go ahead and put these bad boys, and hopefully these are way easier than the arms. So far, yeah. There you go. They're in. And this one. And this one's in. So this is a crazy tall figure. Really cool for the Build-A-Figure. You can see his cybernetic Terminator legs are on there. You can kind of see like the Batman head logo on the knee pads. And this is not all, guys. There's still some extra pieces that are missing off of him. So he's gonna look crazy. Now this is the feature end compared to Batman Beyond. So this has got to be like 8.5 inches tall, because these are 7. So these are going to be like, this is like a whole maybe 9 inches tall. This is crazy tall. And there's still more to go. So let's open up our last one, and then, which is Blight. Now with Blight, like, I complained a lot about the Batwoman design. This is a great upgrade design. This is nothing like the animated series. In the animated series, he was like a skeleton that glowed with a little radiation coming off of him. wore a black suit. That was it. Pretty plain. I mean, iconic, but like radiation guy was always kind of, I don't know. That's not like the Joker. But Blight actually has a very deep tie-in to Terry's origin as Batman, because he kills his father. And so you always want like someone like an iconic character, I guess, to be tied in with the origin. And for me, Blight is not that iconic. He doesn't really come up much after, you know, the origin story of Terry. I think for Terry, his most iconic villain could be like Ink or even Shriek. I think also there was a guy that would hypnotize. I forgot his name. He was pretty good because he was actually kind of scary, but Blight, he was pretty run-of-the-mill bad guy. So but I love this design, this upgrade design on Blight. I mean, this looks so cool. A classic green and purple villain colors. So let's open this up and look at this Build-A-Figure, bro. This is like a whole spider thing. We're about to have a Features and Batman Spider Cybernetic God in a second. So let's open this up. Again, base card, and here's Blight. Let me open him up. All right, so here's Blight. He comes with one extra hand, but I doubt I'll ever use it because he comes with a killer hand, like legit, already placed. Same old double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, all the crazy articulation that McFarlane is known for. Let me straighten out his little suit here because it's kind of out of place there. Now he has to wear this suit because he's always like dying of radiation. But man, look how killer is that see-through skull. You can even see through his eye hole. He doesn't have a back of his head. That's crazy. It looks like the back of his head like exploded. He's like half a skull here. You guys can see that? It's kind of wild. So he's just like a floating half skull in this jar, which is actually, oh snap, look at that. You take it off, you can see his spinal cord. That's wild. But you can turn it and stuff, so you can make him look at stuff. Now this is cool. Got that radiation hand. See his glowing hand and his radioactive suit. Now there's a new one coming out that's going to have this part, you know, set up on fire too with another glowing hand. Probably pick them up just because these are so nice. Look at the detail in the suit. The colors are popping. You have the clear piece here, clear piece there. So many details on this radiation suit. Oh, here, check this out in the back. This reminds me like a Lex Luthor suit, something he'd wear. But this is Blight. Man, very cool villain, very cool figure. I love when figures come with like either clear plastic or these kind of effects. They just add an extra level of, you know what. And the other cool thing is that you probably like slip Terry's head in there, or maybe on his wrist, or stick his hand in there where he's like melting him with his radioactive powers. So this is Blight. So with Blight comes the last piece of our Build-A-Figure, which is all these gnarly spider arms. See if we can slide these out easily. These have a lot of little tags in here, but hopefully we can just kind of get through them. There goes one. And there goes two. So we got like these spider arm wings monstrosities that are gonna go hook into our Build-A-Figure that we're putting together here. Now I think so these go right here in the back. So they're kind of like, I guess they're like bat wings, which are cool. me pop these in. Okay, so that took a second to pop in. Was having the same kind of trouble I was having with the arms, but they finally got in there. And man, look at this. It's like some Angel of Death, bat, skeleton, spider wing looking deal. I don't remember him having these gnarly spider limbs, or I guess really like, I guess there are supposed to be bat wings. You can see they're the bones, and then these are like the fingers. These are all like have this movement here, so you can, so this wingspan can get like crazy, because like you can even extend it like this. That's crazy. But I'll probably just keep them posed up so you can really look at it like bat wings. But this is it. Now imagine this dude running up on you in the future. Heck no, man. This is crazy. What a crazy Build-A-Figure. This has got to be one of the coolest Build-A-Figures ever created. This Batman Futures End Brother's Eye Nightmare. Now, I mean, what else could you ask for? Maybe like a cool blaster effect would be dope. But this guy's killer. Now, he might need like a figure stand to kind of keep him up on his own, but man, that is insane. I'm so glad I kind of took my time and put these and collected these and put this bad boy together. Now, the other interesting news that just came out was that Target has a box set, pretty cool looking box set, collects all the figures plus the Build-A-Figure, Target exclusive, that you can order right now for $79.99, which is way cheaper than buying them individually. So that's kind of crazy, and that's something that McFarlane has done in the past. But the way these were being released, I had doubts that they would even all make it to, I mean, they didn't even make it all to retail. I never saw these at retail, so how are you supposed to know that they're going to put it into a big box in the future? You know, you're just supposed to hope and then miss out and then have to pay crazy eBay prices for these single releases. So I don't know, man. Sometimes they've only done it once before with Bane for Last Night on Earth, where they have the Build-A-Figure be Bane and they have that big box that you could buy. But I'm not even sure where you could buy that. But this one, this Batman Beyond one, they made it really available at Target. So if you have missed out on this and you want to, you know, pick it up, I would suggest picking it up. And you have a great opportunity with Target with the big box set, which you can pre-order right now at Target, at Target's website. So this is a killer figure. I'm trying to keep him standing up, and it's not really the figure's fault. I have it on this kind of cushion, so he won't stand up that well. But all in all, let's see if I can get him standing on this a little sturdier. I don't know. There we go. Look at that. That's crazy. What a figure. So, out of all these, I feel like there were several hits and only one miss. Blight, killer, love it. Love the clear radiation hand. Love the details on the suit. Looks awesome. Batwoman, definitely the miss of this set. I mean, mine has like quality QC problems, quality control problems. Was never a big fan of this design anyway. You have a chance to make a brand new Batwoman, and you do like this. I mean, she basically just looks like a mashup of Batman Beyond and the original, the Batwoman that we know currently. So I'm not a big fan of that. Shriek was killer. His other one with the head sculpt, the unmasked head, is also really nice. The head sculpt looks really good. So that's a hit. And then Terry himself is also pretty killer for what you want in a Batman figure. I think they really nailed it on this one. So all in all, I would give this set, I guess, like a 9 out of 10, to be honest. I mean, the only really miss is that Batwoman, but everything else is killer. If you haven't picked this up and you're a fan of Batman, I would highly suggest ordering it right now. Like I said, they even have a whole box set put together for you at Target. It comes with all the figures, all the cards, all the stands, all the Build-A-Figure pieces. Doesn't seem to be any different. So if you missed out on the single releases, go ahead and pick that up. And tell me what you think in the comments below. Follow me at @RateEqualsGreen on Instagram and Twitter. Please subscribe. Please like this video. Channel's growing day by day. I just remember the other day we had like 16 subscribers. Now we're past 200. So hopefully we can keep getting some more subscribers to the channel. Let me know how I can improve. Give me some comments below. I always take your feedback into consideration because I want to make the videos the best they can with the most informative that they can be, and to get you guys what you're looking for. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a big fan of Batman Beyond? Are you a big fan of this set? Are you gonna pick up a set? I suggest you do if you're a fan of Batman Beyond. And let me know what you think about McFarlane in general. Have they been really nailing it? I think on some things yes, on some things no, but they're definitely getting there. And some products like this, they are really nailing it. So I'll catch you next time, guys. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for checking out my video. I'll see you next time. Thanks.